Hello, this video is what I think about the best way, what I think is the best way for the average person to be politically active. Now, I think the average person should try to be politically active. If first I'll try to explain that one in case somebody doesn't agree with me. Somebody might go, oh, why should I be politically active? It's no use. Well, it's very easy actually to be politically active, and you can kind of kill two birds with one stone by doing it the way that I propose. You can educate yourself, which is good, and then also have your voice heard at the same time. And this is how you do it. There's a website called thepetitionsite.com. At least I think that's what it's called. And I think there was another one too, another petition site. And this was years ago when I was doing this. So maybe by now there's even more. And then you have other like community type sites like MySpace that are politically oriented, where you can join a cause and stuff. And I don't really exactly know how that goes, but I think that's a good way to go too. But the best way, I think, for the average person to be politically active is to join the petition site. And I was doing this for a while, and I'm going to try and do it again. Silly and stupid me, I haven't kept up. But what you do is you find a bunch of causes that you believe in, or things you believe in, and then you click the button, you sign up for them, and then they send you emails about their cause or other cause related to it. And then you can read the little blip, and then you sign your name. But you don't just sign your name. They let you write a little blip, a little blurb. So it's cool. You get to write your little blurb, put your 2 cents in, and then the person who creates this petition has a goal of signatures that they think that they need in order to get done what they think they need to get done. And then once you get to that amount of signatures, you can print up your thing or put it on a disc or whatever, and then send it to the congressman or whoever you need to send it to. And then, as we live in a democracy, that our voices will be heard. They'll record how many people signed this petition or did this or that or the next thing. And so, for example, if there's one about what you want to do, maybe legalize marijuana or something, you can get a bunch of people to sign that and then turn it in. And then if it doesn't happen, then maybe you can take it from there. But alert the media that I had 500,000 signatures, and yet it didn't pass, and why? The numbers don't coincide. It's much easier to prove that the populace is for or against a certain thing, and so it's a way to get the government to respond, because I guess the government doesn't always respond like that. Sometimes people will have a good idea, a way to spend money, or a way to do this or that or the next thing, and they turn it in, but they don't have any money, they don't have any backing by some group, or they're not a powerful person or whatever who knows people or whatever, so it doesn't pass. But you don't have to. One way people right now, what we're used to about getting something done, if you want to get something done, you create a group of people, a coalition of people. But that's kind of a waste of time, because in that coalition it turns into a bureaucracy. You have to have officers, and you gotta pay your dues, and then you gotta go to boring meetings, and it's much more much less time consuming and funner, because there's more input per individual, to just do the petition route, where you just sign your name on the petition, write your little thing, and then there you go. You've made your voice heard. You never had to go to a meeting, never had to pay a due to a coalition or whatever, and it works out great. And at the same time, at the beginning of the petition, you get to read what they're talking about. Anybody can turn in a petition too. So if you get excited about signing petitions, well, why not make your own petition? And it doesn't have to be limited to certain political issues and ways to spend money. Money is limited. It can also be random stuff, Like I want people to sign the petition where it's cool to have a facial tattoo or something. If you want to make people more tolerant generally, and it doesn't have to do with the law. You just want people to be more tolerant. And then you go, see, I have the petition, 50,000 signatures. This means that you have to respect people with tattoos, and then you can put it on your website or whatever. But mainly, the petition should be about political issues and stuff. What I remember, and I haven't seen the site for years, but what I remember about most of the petitions people sign is like, I think, I'm thinking maybe like spend money on this or something. But personally, I'm not so into. I mean, I'd sign the petition and I'd write just to support the cause, but I wouldn't make a petition to make a new bill to spend money on this or whatever, because that just makes bureaucracy more expensive when you keep throwing money on a new thing. If I were to make a petition, I would make a petition to stop spending money on something that's not needed, because I think there's lots of programs and stuff that are not needed, and I don't know what they are, but I'll have to look. I'll look in. I'm sure I'll find them. Some of them, for example, in my opinion, the FCC, the DEA, and the FDA, as far as testing natural stuff. Those guys should be testing chemicals, not natural stuff that doesn't pollute the environment and make somebody hella rich and keep people from being able to use natural stuff. So I'm going to get right on the petition site. This is kind of like my mission statement, that it's time for me to get on that petition site and sign petitions, so that when I open up my email every day, I can have like 10 petitions that I get to sign. I get to click on, and that can be like my way of watching the news. I go, oh, cool, look at that. Okay, I'll sign it, and I'll write my thing. And so that's what I think is the ultimate form of democracy. It's similar to multinational corporations, which I think is a good example of like kind of the ultimate democracy. It's people throwing in their money for a cause that will also make them money. Also, unfortunately, these days, people only care about money, so they'll throw their money into something whether or not they think it's good, just because they think it'll make money, Like somebody investing in Coca-Cola, just because they think Coca-Cola is going to make a whole ton of money in Bolivia or something because they opened up a new plant or something like that, so let's invest in Coca-Cola, even though they don't drink Coca-Cola, Like, if you love and you drink Coca-Cola, maybe you should invest in it, but if you don't drink it, And personally, I don't think Coca-Cola should be invested in because it's not healthy. We should try and curb our consumption of Coca-Cola because it gets you fat and it rots your teeth out and so. But anyways, check it out, the petition site. I think I'll put the links to them up on the video. So that's the best way, I think, for the person to become politically active, because if you're gonna so many people complain about the government, and it pisses me off hearing people complain about the government, quirks in the government, this, that, and the government, the goddamn government. We don't hate the American people, we only hate the government. Well, the government are the people. We don't have Frenchmen come over to America and like become our government. Our government. You have to be an American to be an American official. So if you hate the American government, you're hating the American people. But anyways, if you want to be, I don't know, I think most people don't involve themselves in the petitions stuff. They think it's good enough to just show up and vote, and that's so easy. That's like that's such a little amount of time to vote. Why don't you put just a little bit more time in and sign the petition and actually have your voice heard, because your voice will be heard like that. So petitions, internet petitions is the way to go.